Hey, good day. Everybody, welcome to Frederick's Workshop. My name is Jason, and then this one is a little bit weird because I'm in Walmart. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. I need a jar. Do I want whole pickles or do I want spears? Spears are a little bit more expensive, but they're easier to eat. Let's go spears. So while I'm waiting for glue to dry on a different project, this is the base to the pickle jar aquarium. I'm just going to clean up best I can some of this crap here. I'm just going to use this small chisel, maybe, and just break off some of this old rotted crap here. I'm going to finish cleaning this up. I'm going to take some sanding to it with the dust mask big time because that's bad. I'm just going to sand that down best I can just to see what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. So I took the pickle jar out of the fridge, of course, because there's still pickles in it. Not very many. I've been going through quite a few of them. And traced the bottom of it. Just basically I took the jar, sat it down, took my pen straight up and down, and used like a scribe. Watch Jason over at the Bourbon Moth. He kind of, you know, he's got a whole lot of scribing videos, and then just traced around it. So I know I need to come in just a tad, but if I do it right around that, then I'm good. So I'm just going to line this up, flip it around, and I think that is far enough off the back to be okay. So now I just want to basically count the number of lines that I've got on this graph paper. See the little squares. You see on the centering of this. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just a tad over. So let's go with 6 on this side, just a little over. And now we go. That's pretty good right there. Do that yet. I'll do this. Now I'm going to take it inside with some scissors, cut that right there. So I got this piece glued down, and I'm waiting for my battery to charge here so I can route this out. Now I'm going to do to get this started is I'm going to use my biggest Forstner bit that I got, and I only want to go as deep as this is thick. So I'm going to roughly center it, roughly guess the center, and just drill down to that, and then call it good. I should set the depth stop on that, but once I get that drilled out, you guys have used a drill press before, just drill a hole into that. Depth stop, will make it stop when it gets down to the point that I want to get down to. So I got most of this routed out. Just using my new Ryobi router here. I didn't film routing it because the way I did it, I prefer you guys not do it that route. Take this plate off and add you a nice chunk of 1/4 inch plywood or something like that and make it long so it rides on all the edges. I didn't. I just used this edge here to ride on all the edges, start in the middle, and work my way out. It did okay. It's probably not the best. I still need to get down to the line here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly add it just a little bit, and then basically just kind of, you can see this nasty edge here. Well, it's not straight. I'm just going to kind of straighten these edges out the best I can, and then go get that jar, test fit it, trim it, test fit it, trim it, test fit it, trim it, and so forth. Just nice and slow. But right now, that's looking, it's going to be pretty cool. So what I did is I just took a piece of paper. I found the image. That's not going to focus very well. I found the image on, just Google searched it. And then I zoomed in to the proper level. I'm just going to, I taped a piece of paper on here. Just to use the ledge of the screen here to keep it straight the best I can. And I'm just going to trace this, just an ink pen. And then that will be used. So let me get this traced out, and then we'll show you when it's time. Okay, so I just taped this logo down, colored over it, pressing fairly hard with the Sharpie. And if you lift up, it bled through, which is what I wanted, pretty decently. So don't need that. I'm going to keep it just in case. Now I have to figure out how I want to route this out. I'm doing that. So let me put this on hold for a while and order some bits. So I need to get a round over bit that fits in here, and a bull nose for this. So I've got this chunk of more of this white oak, and I just cut off the corners just to help round it some. So now I'm going to try and turn this to a round and put a tenon on it. Pretty good. Good. Oh, I gotta take that off a lot down there. Get tenon, maybe. So let's try to get a tenon turn on this thing. See if it'll take it. My only thought is this is such soft wood here, it may not hold the tenon, may not grab it and actually hold it while it's going. Alright, so let me get a little cleaned up here and we'll start this. So this is now turned down to what I think is the right size. I wanted it smaller than its outer side of the jar, so the outside of the jar is that big. So this should fit, oh yeah, it fits nicely inside that, so I know that this wooden lid that they'll have on there is not going to be giant. So the metal lid will fit in there nicely. I'm just going to add some epoxy or some glue or some sort in there in that. But I'm just going to finish sanding this, part this down a little bit, and then I'm trying to figure out what I want to add to it, because it's still got some, this right here is a decent crack. So it's really, really, really dry. So I'm thinking I'm going to use, because like the shine juice may not have enough shellac in it, so I might just use straight poly or shellac on this thing, because whatever it is I'm going to use on all of it, both pieces. So Let me finish sanding, and then we'll come back once I get this parted off and figure out what kind of finish I'm using. The lid has 3 coats, I think, of some polyacrylic on there. This third coat's been going for a good, it's been drying for a good couple hours anyways. It's not really tacky. The bubbles from the drips are a little bit, but I'm not worried about those right now. I'm just going to go ahead and epoxy this into this. So let me find a piece of trash. And I need a stir stick. Okay, I don't know where the heck all my popsicle sticks went. I had a nice stack of them. This is just some cheap dollar store epoxy. Nothing fancy about it whatsoever. You can it's a little stir stick it comes with or some crap. I can't stir with that damn thing. Okay, so I've got my code bit that I just finally received. I'm going to try and engrave this Bluey. I don't know if I start with the Y or the B. You go this way. Now I'm going to start with the B since it's right here. Here we go. Need a match pad. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Sorry about the swinging around. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. So now I'm just going to knock out the other 4 letters. I really need some sort of paintbrush, which I don't have a small enough brush. I'm just going to use this and just see how it works. So I just got some Total Boat epoxy. I'm just going to do a clear epoxy in here for now, just to kind of get that sealed some. All I had was colored these things, popsicle sticks. So the reason you want to do this is because if you don't, the coloring in the next epoxy can leach into this. So I'm just putting a thin sealing coat basically. Just making sure I get everything moist. And then whenever I go to actually add the color, hopefully this will help it from leaching and seeping into the grain and you know, looking bad. I made 15 mLs of epoxy, probably way too much for this. Now I want to tape off this little section here. Come on, can I rip a freaking blue tape? Okay, my silicone mat now. I don't think I can do that. Oh well, looks like I guess it's just going to go to waste. Let that sit and dry. So as you can see, I just put some epoxy in all of that. Let that dry till tomorrow, and then we'll add some blue into the Bluey. So this isn't the, I don't know, the legal Bluey color, but let's see how it does. I made 30 mLs. I don't know if I made enough. Doesn't look like I made enough already. Alright. I'm just going to let that sit and dry. The other one only took, I mean, look at it. It's only been like 2 hours. So, it might go quick. Well, here it is after it's dried. That is what I was hoping wasn't going to happen. I tried to level it out. Put the blue tape underneath there and try to level it the best I could. And now I'm going to have to sand the bejeebas out of it. Now, luckily it's still not level there, which is fine. I may have to add some more clear to it on top of that, but let me just sand the crap out of this and see if I can't get this bleed out of here. This is basically just where it overflowed and went in. I don't think it bled actually in from the normal. Putting that clear down first, so let me just sand the crap out of this thing. Well, I sanded the crap out of it, and I'm starting to see right through here the wood getting ready to come back through, so I don't think I'm done sanding. So, can't get all this out, so it's just going to have to be, 2-year-old's just going to have to be happy with it. So now, going to add some spray lacquer to the bottom, just a coat, 1 or 2 coats on the bottom, not very much. Probably about 2 coats on the bottom and sides, and then I'll do about 3 or 4 on the top. Just 1 or 2 on the bottom. So let's just see what we got here. I don't know how much of this I got left. Let that dry. I can't say this is going to work, but I'm just going to use some of this cheap ass acrylic paint, tape off a square around here, and just try to paint in this little crappy paintbrush white to see if I can't cover up this blue, and then I'll put another spray of lacquer over top of it. So tape it off and try painting that in. So it's not bad. I may have to touch it up a little bit, but it's better. So when we finish that out, I am sweating, and I'm going to drip sweat on here like I did right there. So I'm just going to stop for a minute, let me cool down, come back in and out, and then get this done. So here it is. There's the little Bluey stand, and then the wooden lid, and that, like I said, is that big pickle jar that you've seen. And then it's just got some, it's kind of hard to see, it's got some aquatic substrate in there, and let's take the lid off. Well, that just screws off. See if that helps to get any light. Yeah, not really. I guess you can better. So I just got some plants in here. I've got her Bingo and Bluey and Bandit. He's in there good. Chili. She floated, but she got stuck in the driftwood. A couple plants in there. So these are live plants. And then here in a few days, we're gonna drain out some of the water, refill it, and then take the little girl to the pet store to pick up some shrimps. So I might add a couple fish to it later, just little guppies or something, or tetras, something really, really small fish, just a couple. But I'm gonna get her 4 little shrimps to put into it. And then the lid's just epoxied in like you've seen. Put the lid on. And here we go. Let's see if I can get that glare out of there. Not too bad. So let's see how the little one reacts to it whenever she gets up. Hey, what's that say? What is that? You know what that says?
Yeah.
Who is that? Who's in there? Who is that? Who you see in there?
Bluey.
Yeah. Do you know what this says? What's that say? Honey, what's that say? What's in there? You see her, got her Blueys?
Dad.
Mm-hmm. Dad, yeah, Dad's back there. Where's Dad? Oh, now you're gonna point at the other stuff? Yep, Dad's right there. No, you don't need that, honey. We don't play with that stuff. We're looking at your Bluey. Hers says Bluey. All right, we'll get you down in a second now.